What's up, y'all? This your girl, Miss Maggie T with Atlanta Hawks News. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another post from me. But let me go ahead and get into these updates from last night. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Final. We lost to the Milwaukee Bucks 123 to 112. Now, I know before this I said this was a must-win game without Giannis. You would think, or Giannis, however you say his name, you would think that this would have been a bit less of a challenge for the Hawks. Of course, not to sleep on it because it was still a do-or-die game for us. We have to win every last game. The Hawks just forgot to show up on the court. I don't know what was going on. Of course, we had a superstar Trae Young out with that bone bruise. He's still a game-time decision, and he did try to work some things, but it just proven that he wasn't ready for 5, and he was definitely missed, and you can see that. We just couldn't find a solution defending the paint. And if this continues, this season very well might just be over, whether he returns or not from that bone bruise in the right foot. So, of course, Nate McMillan said he really couldn't explain why his team's defense disappeared in Game 5. And he stated, "We knew that they were going to come with a sense of urgency tonight, and they were going to continue to attack even without Giannis in the lineup. And that's just how they played. They just dominated the paint tonight." Of course. And the Bucks just made it a point to pound the Hawks inside. They meant business immediately, fresh out of the gate, and they never trailed, and they received performances from their other starters in the absence of their star. And that's the adjustment you have to make. Everybody got to get aggressive. Everybody got to get stepped up. And that's what we've seen in Game 4. But I don't know. It is what it is. Hawks were standing around a lot, barely getting into their offense and getting out work. It was just a nightmare from the start. And we had to know that the Bucks were going to come out on fire, so we had to prepare for that regardless of who was there or not. Of course, John Collins, where was he? I say this all the time. His production comes from wide open threes, alley-ops, and putbacks. Him turning down the money and asking for a max is pretty much out of the question at this point, I feel. I would say he's probably subject to a sign and trade for this star, We'll see how this series go, though. It's still open up in the air, but they had to make that none decision for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They haven't made any other agreements with him. So, as well as Clint Capella, both Clint and John were both getting abused by big men, and it was just embarrassing. No energy, couldn't make shots, and just the defense was lacking. Now, as the series shifts back to Atlanta with their season on the line this Saturday night, the Hawks will have to wait and see if we will see Trae Young back on the floor after missing these 2 games. He's definitely needed. Atlanta hopes that he will rest up within those 48 hours and, with recovery and treatment, and be ready for Game 6. Though Nate McMillan said he expects him to be game time, like I said earlier. So either way, the Hawks are going to have to play hard. This is a do-or-die game for real, because the Bucks are just 1 game out, knowing that they have no choice but to play harder defensively. Otherwise, we will be just staying home for the summer. So that being said, Bogdanovic, who finished with 28 points on 10 of 22 shooting, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, and Danilo Gallinari, I probably butchered that, with 19 points off the bench on 5 of 11 shooting and 3 rebounds, were probably the only ones making some contributions. Of course, along with Cam Reddish out there, he was just getting comfortable, getting back in the game, and, there were definitely some efforts. It definitely wasn't enough. Clint Capella, where you were at, dude, So with that being said, this is Maggie T with Atlanta Hawks News. That's all I got for you guys today. Please let me know what you think about this game. Where was John Collins, people? You know what? I'm done with it. I'm done with it. But until the next time, this is Maggie T with Atlanta Hawks News, and I'm out, people. Peace.